Jacob, do you guys think the Big 12 at some point, once everything shakes out, will have more than one, possibly multiple, non-football schools involved? We've, of course, heard the discussion. Even Yormark's brought it up. Mac Rhodes, we've asked him. The Gonzaga discussion. Do you feel like there would be anything other than that involving the Big 12 moving forward that could be involving a UConn or a Villanova? I think Villanova plays football again. Or no, UConn, excuse me. Villanova Xavier, any of those particular teams that are Creighton, Xavier, a couple of those schools. I don't see that. I think it's either Gonzaga or nobody, and maybe not even Gonzaga.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think that Gonzaga is the only one that really makes a ton of sense as far as being a basketball school and not having football. But as Mac Rhodes told us the other day, yeah, I mean, they're not really looking into basketball-only additions that also play football. So Villanova's not going to be a part of this unless it would also be in football, and I don't know how much sense that makes, and I don't know how they'd possibly bring any value football-wise to the conference. So I don't think that that's all that logical. And I don't know off the top of my head how to rattle off all the others that are basketball exclusive, but I don't know that anybody has the brand of a Gonzaga that would be all that worthwhile to Brett Yormark and company. And perhaps I'm just missing somebody like Xavier or something like that. But I also don't know all the details for these conferences and, you know, how they're constructed as far as their, you know, contracts and all of that. I don't know how that would even work, bringing in a basketball primary school. So, yeah, I think Gonzaga makes a ton of sense for what he's trying to accomplish. I still would love to hear more details before just wildly accepting it because it's just new and it's an addition. I feel like that happens a lot in realignment stuff is, oh, well, we're adding this team, so now they're awesome automatically. You know, there's I think you got to be careful just adding. So I think that the fact that you've only heard Gonzaga really brought up is a sign of, you know, where their focus is, but also the fact that there's probably not too many other teams that are fitting the bill that Gonzaga would as far as a non-football school would go. So, yeah, right now I say I don't see much, but if you have any suggestions or other ideas, then by all means pass them along because who knows? Brett Yormark's, like he said, he's anything that'll make money or anything that could, you know, better the conference, expand the footprint. He's into that idea. But especially when you're focused on the West, it appears, a lot of those basketball-only schools you mentioned are all on the Eastern Coast. And I don't know how much of a desire there is to go, like, do they want to go get Georgetown? You know what I mean? Like, is that really in their cards? I don't know. They've never really indicated that at all. They've always talked West, 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 and that's why Gonzaga just seems to fit the bill and check every box.
Steve Moser, I have Houston beating